So, lads, this happened while I was gone. As you can see, just back from practice, recording this video. It'll be up, and immediately, I'll be back and have showered for my other videos. But if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 56.6k. We're 8 subscribers off. But Sophie Cunningham, in fact, about 50 minutes ago, posted by Ken Swift, talking about how the Phoenix wanted to pay her back because of the DeWanna Bonner comments. Which, you know what? Fair enough. I don't mind this. This is a sporting rivalry. You talk shit about my teammate, I'm going to get you. Which Sophie Cunningham would have done. If Sophie Cunningham was a member of the Phoenix Mercury and Aaliyah Boston had said it on her podcast about DeWanna Bonner and DeWanna Bonner was on Phoenix Mercury, Sophie Cunningham would have went for Aaliyah Boston. It's just a hypothetical. It's just a hypothetical. But anyway, yeah, let's take a listen right here.
There was maybe a little bit of beef because of our last podcast with like how I mentioned that some people could handle
I wanted
situations.
To ask.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was because of what you said last week?
Hell yeah, 1,000%.
I saw that and was like, there's no way they're like tussling and like roughing each other up because Sophie like said you were still.
You know what? They probably did. And look, we've seen it from the likes of Shaq. Pro athletes take whatever the hell they can as motivation. I would have expected nothing less because as much as we want to complain about DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas is a competitor. As much as we want to complain about DeWanna, AT is a competitor.
You're polite for the like you just said it could have been handled differently, but I was like, oh, they're just like old teammates kind of roughing each other up, and it was like your old team. I was like, there's no way it's because of the podcast. But
that's kind of crazy.
But it sounds like it was.
Well, I do. I think that like our teams don't really like each other anyway, just because of like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just kind of like her leaving. Some of those players used to be under our coaching staff, and so there's.
And also, let's not forget, there was the Caitlin, like Sophie was part of the Phoenix Mercury. That no coach has ever tried to stop Caitlin Clark more than Nate Tibbetts.
Just like a lot there, but
yeah,
I could have been way meaner, right? Like I told her like she didn't listen to the whole clip. She just saw the thing about like she could have handled it more professional. Which like honestly,
right.
Everyone that's talked to me besides their team has like, yeah, she could have, and so.
And that's Sophie throwing the entire league under the bus. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie. Your podcast is abso-fucking-lutely carrying me. Like, this channel, you know, with no Caitlin Clark, it's on the decline. We're all on the decline. Every WNBA creator, even the anti-Clark creators are on the decline without Caitlin playing. Shout out Sophie Cunningham. That's all I'm going to say is shout out Sophie Cunningham, because at least Sophie Cunningham's podcast is, you know, giving us some views, I guess.
So it's like, duh, but that seems just drama to me. I don't know, but I don't know. I went home and I started like hitting some threes, and you know I was talking all shit. Oh God, it felt so good. I know we lost by 30.
But she was the only player that did anything.
But I still got light off.
Yeah, she's not wrong. And if she wasn't, like, I know you don't like the, oh, I got mine, but like when the whole team seemed to give up other than her, it's one of those, fair enough. The comments, she never holds herself accountable. Newsflash, we all have free speech, or don't be surprised if consequences. Accountable for what? Saying that she didn't expect her teammate to leave and ghost the team. Exactly. Love how she's just doing this podcast sitting on the floor. Like, she goes straight to the point. Cat Copper was, that's what? No. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not going to start insulting other players out here. Cashing checks, your team can't even fathom cashing. Shut up. Hell no. Hell no. Let's be completely honest. This Indiana Fever team doesn't have the talent. Their only chance is a us against the world mentality. That's their only chance of winning. She's very good at this, I fear, saying enough to rile up a small group of people with nothing controversial enough to make actual waves. Not wrong. As a Liberty fan, let me just say, I will take extra joy and pleasure when we eliminate the Phoenix Mercury and leave Alyssa Thomas with no ring. If Alyssa Thomas doesn't win a ring this year, she's never winning a ring. I'm just probably saying that right there. If she doesn't win a ring this year, she's never winning a ring. If she doesn't win an MVP this year, she's never winning an MVP. The only chance for winning a ring is if they like replace Satu with like a much better player. But I don't know who's much better than Satu out there. If they somehow get Jonquel Jones to play center and replace Satu with her, like, that's basically their only shot. Hate towards the Mercury in her heart. Like, no, I'm not reading that. Y'all did it to her. What's the problem? What do you mean, y'all? What do you mean, y'all did it to her? Well, who's y'all? She just quit on the team. She just quit. She just said, I don't want to play anymore. And just said, you know what? We're done. We're done. She just came out there and said, she didn't want to play anymore. She said she didn't want to play anymore. That's all. That's all that happened. She came out. She could have been a legend in Indiana. And by the way, you don't have to be an absolutely brilliant player for the fans to take to you positively if you stick it out. Let's be real. The fans of sports teams, they love you when you're winning. They hate you when you're losing. But that normally just comes down to a basketball take, not like they hate you as a person. There's very little of that. There's very little of that. And we can see it by Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard, when it's all said and done, is probably going to be more known for what she's doing this season with the Fever than the 3 rings she has won in the past. Like, she is literally one of the most decorated WNBA players of all time. She's a depoy in 3 rings. But at the end of the day, she will be best known for what she's doing right now with the Indiana Fever. That is what Natasha Howard is going to be best known for. And that's fine. It's fine to say it. It's fine to say that is what she's going to be best known for. And look, the Indiana Fever they're in a good spot. They're absolutely in a good spot. And once they can figure some stuff out, once they can, get things kind of clicking, they might have a chance. And I don't mind Sophie Cunningham doing this. Why do I not mind Sophie Cunningham doing this? Because the only chance Fever have winning anything is for it being us against the world. That's basically it. Like, that is, if you ever look at teams that maybe didn't have the most talented players in the world, that didn't have the most talented teams, most of them have the attitude of, we knew we were going to win. We don't care what anyone says. Everyone's out there against us. Everyone is counting us out. That's 90% of underdog stories. And that seems to be something that we're seeing right here. It seems to be something that we are seeing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, I'm going to record this video. I'm going to shower, and then I will be back for a video about Paige's whistle, and I'm going to bed. I'll see you guys.